Joy Ting and I'm the leader of Group 5. We're going to give a reflection to the teachers who granted our request for an ambush interview about their teaching profession. So, if you want some motivation, inspiration, and you want to know more about our video, just keep on watching.
Why did you choose teaching career? So yun nga, out of passion. So, naging passionate ako sa pagtuturo. So marami akong natutunan. Sabi nga ni Sir Dennis Dubrique, endure now, enjoy later. So yan talaga yung parati kong inaalala. Sa pagtuturo, stressful, pero dahil siguro doon, I used to love the work because of my students. I touch lives, I help people.
I learned that teaching profession is not easy as others may think it is. You need to invest lots of patience, love, passion, as well as money. So for the question number 1, which is, why did you choose teaching career? I admire those teachers who answers that they choose teaching out of passion, that teaching is their calling profession. So for the question number 2, how do you view teaching? So I noticed that every teacher has a different perspective when it comes to teaching profession, but I learned that no matter what is your perspective in teaching, your intention to change the world by just educating people is the most important thing. Good thing that we have our dedicated teachers to guide us and give us tips on how to become great educators in the future.
Here's my reflection upon our interview. So first is calling. I do believe that these people are called, as they have mentioned on some of their interviews. Next one is that they are passionate about what they're doing, to the point that they consider teaching as a vocation, or rather than work or job. So it takes passion for you to push your vocation, for me. And lastly is commitment. So these people are really committed in what they are doing. That's why I have concluded in myself, they are passionate and they can walk upon their calling based on their commitment in this field. So that's my reflection.
The teaching profession is not at all times rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes we are forced into it by the circumstances. Some might call it tadhana, but as one of the teachers I've interviewed has said, it is a calling, and when we are called to serve Jesus through teaching, then we are obliged to heed to the call. And this calling is a ministry. And what I like about Miss Jareen is she said that the only thing that she can give to me is to love my students fully without looking into the salary grades that we have, but more importantly, love the students, because if you love them, they would definitely love you back, and it will make teaching so much easier.
Always know what a teacher is and what a teacher does, but never have I ever deeply realized how wonderful teachers could be actually. All of the teachers we've got to interview consider teaching as a vocation, a calling, noble profession, and a commitment. I realize how hard and challenging it really is to teach and deal with different children and adults every day, and how tiring the job could be, but when you know and found your purpose, why you were doing that in the first place, everything will just go smooth and easy, right? I also realized that teachers should be passionate and compassionate at the same time. Passionate for the teaching job itself and compassionate towards the students that you'll meet who will need you. Teaching is not all about teaching though. Being passionate is loving the act of teaching and at the same time loving who you are teaching. It is both loving your craft and loving your students. I believe that if a teacher thinks that way, he will last because there's a back-to-back reason for staying.
It goes this way. Whether it's your choice or not, if you're willing to love your craft, then so be it. Learn from it. Go for it. Happy Teacher's Day!
My reflection for our ambush interview is that these teachers are some of the unsung heroes of our modern generation. I learned that teaching is an 8-letter word that can touch and help other lives. It may not be the highest paying profession, but it's the greatest one. To some, it is a passion who's willing to sacrifice as long as he loves what he is doing. I love their tips, most especially about patience. This kind of attitude is hard to acquire. Most of us fail to have this. It is also a must that we should make it a habit to be more knowledgeable as much as we can. Lastly, the bottom line is that if you love teaching, it will also love you back.
Hi, Charot. So, I'm going to give you my reflection. So, what I reflect in this ambush interview is that as teachers, we need to be what the students need us to be. This profession and vocation is something beyond definitions, ideas, and even four corners of the classroom. And teaching is actually a choice. It is never a no choice. It takes courage and fearlessness to stand your ground, and it takes love and passion for us to survive.